hiding, my friend? Hmm? You can come out. I actually want this light on right here. That looks good for me. Here we are. Hi, Stitchy. Good morning, my little love. How are you? I saw your little dance. You are the bravest girl I know. That's like one of my biggest fears. I'm so proud of you, Stitchy. Hey, guess what? Another wasted half gallon of milk. What are we doing? Oh, I remember now. We put the creamer away. Jack is good. It's gonna be alright. I was just heating up my coffee. I'm making Jack's food. What are you up to? Have you been asleep today? Are you just up and going back to sleep? You did, see? Say hi to Stitch. Look over there. Say hi, Stitch. Up. Look up. We tried. Don't like sleeping. That's boring. That's so funny. You know, sleeping is one of my favorite things. Oh, gosh. I love it so much. Let's do yoga first. You have not fell asleep yet. Oh my goodness, girl. You're just a night owl. You know, sleep is really important. Sometimes, especially when our moods are going up and down a lot, if we get more sleep, it might help them level out. Trust me, I know about mood swings and feeling bad about myself and having bad thoughts. Sleep helps. Jack, we've already been outside, sir. Good morning, Big Al. How are you? Hi, Pauline. This is for you. I'm running low on chicken. I'll be getting the scraps. Alright, here we go. Getting the dark meat today, buddy. How are you, Green? What are you up to? And what are you up to today, Big Al? Are you finding yourself with more of a schedule on the weekends because of roll-up? Or no? Robo just ate his. I'm good, thanks. How are you, Cat? I'm good. Surprisingly, well, I'm really good because I thought they were gonna send me far away for work today, but they're not. So that was a pleasant surprise. So I'm thankful. I am thankful today. What is that thing onto which is blocking the door? Oh, it's a gate? It's a gate. Oops. It's my stretching tool, so I practice stretching. No. There's a spare bedroom right here for me, and it's also like where I do hypnosis sessions, and it's a good place to go meditate. So it's kind of like sacred ground. No jack hair allowed. And it's also our pantry. Pantry. I say that loosely. How do you like that high up hair? I remind myself of a rooster. All right, Jack, I think we're done. So it's a gate. Yogi told me I should make a short talking about the gates, and I just thought that was perfect because I have so many gates around the house. Or chicken race. That's some hard stuff to get rid of. Oh, Auntie, thanks for telling me. Nice. Stitches, I need to find Sasha. She helps me to sleep. Me too. Jack has really gotten into the habit of just curling up right next to me, so I just throw my arm over him. Really nice. All right, let's get a drink. Are you ready, Freddie? Maybe? Let's do this thing. Okay. We can come back and get this. Let's go eat. He's not gonna eat, y'all. He might pick some chicken off, but he won't eat. All right, here we go. Left turn. Let's see what we get him to do. Come on, Bubba. Are you hiding? Come on. Go eat. I'll be right there. He's so funny. We had to make sure I'm coming for good. That I will definitely be in here with him. What do you think? Come eat. Alright, whatever, man. Whatever. I'll have all day to mess with you. Alright, somebody type something big. Praveen says, Auntie, yesterday I sent you this song in mail, which I and Samin made with the help of AI for Yogi. Yogi played that song in his live. He became emotional. He is the best. That is the song he was talking about. No, I missed that part. I want to say I was on the phone with my daughter. That's why I wasn't there on time. And I was also at work. So I missed it. I will have to listen to it. Hi Megan, how are you? Oh, Stitch. Stitch says, my name is not Freddie, but I'm ready. You found Sasha. She is crying under your bed. Why is she crying? How are you, Megan? Oh, awesome hoodie. The flag badge on your right arm reminds me of our duty uniforms. Same, we do have our flag badge on our right arm. Yeah, this is like a Soldier Solutions shirt. It's that group that puts soldiers with pets. I think especially with PTSD. A bad dream. Agreed, sister. That's all this is. It's just a bad dream. I know you were talking about Sasha. Hey, Stitch. What did you do for Sasha when you saw she was crying and she was having a bad dream? Oh, he says, I know, Auntie, that's why I immediately sent you an email. Thank you. I was so busy yesterday, and let me tell you, I came home and I talked to Yogi, and I hung out in his chat for a few minutes, but I passed out. I was so tired yesterday, I don't know why. I was just worn out. Megan said that different room you were in. Earlier we were in the kitchen to make Jack's food that he's ignoring. I woke her and told her to lay on my bed with me. Hey Gal says, I'm back. My mom phoned. Well, good for you. Stitch says, now spoiled dog over here is getting head scratches. Just as it should be. Praveen says, yes, Auntie, that's why I recognize this hoodie. You are looking awesome, Auntie, as always. Thank you. Lee Sung Soon TV, I was looking for you earlier. I was looking to play a video before you even asked, but I ran out of time. So funny, there you are. Good morning. Lee Sung Soon TV says hello. And number 2 like. Cute cat. And they dropped their link. And they always want us to go support. That's what I'm going to do because that's what they do for me every day. I see them, they're supporting me. Definitely want to give back. Praveen says, me and Samin went to Carnival yesterday. We made a video, we'll share to Yogi, and then Yogi will share with you. It's simply crazy. Aw, that's so sweet. I love that. Why isn't it showing up for me? Oh. Well, this is frustrating. Let's go. Let's just go to my channel. Let's see. There we go. Lee Sung Soon TV. We're going to bring your channel up. Raymond, got it. Choice for you. All right, and we'll leave you up. We'll watch another video before we leave you today. Thank you for coming in, Lee Sung Soon TV. Praveen says, Auntie, one thing I want to share with you. Samin, age-wise, is a decade younger to me, but by brain maturity-wise, she is more mature and responsible than me. That's because she's a woman, and that's the way women are built. Not all. That's maybe just a stereotype, but that seems to be something I've noticed. Women grow up faster. Alrighty. I wrote he for Samin, typing mistake. I know, I caught it. I caught it, friend. 1987 and 1997. Steve says, Cat, am I fat? You said you saw my dancing short, so do I look fat in that short? Well, Stitch, I have to tell you, when I look at your videos, I'm not looking at your body. Because your body is just something that's made up by the ego. That's not who you are. What I see is a brilliant light, a pure love, a spark of the divine. Whoever the divine is to you, God, I suppose, because you go to church. And I would never call God names. And you are basically a piece of God. So I want you to think about that when you talk badly about yourself, Stitch. Would you ever say that about God? You are an idea in the mind of your Creator. You're a piece of Him, her, it, all that is. We are not going back outside, buddy. Oh, I don't want to go outside, man. I don't want to go, Jack. Let's see. What do you want? Just want love. You're being silly. Maybe he didn't really have to go. He just wanted to go bark at something. This is also reply Auntie to Stitch. That's why Yogi Sir and Auntie is the best. So nice and pure soul. You're going to church tonight? Well, that's good. Praveen says, Samin, you, Auntie, and Yogi Sir all have the same mentality. That's why whenever Samin joins Yogi Sir's live, Yogi and Samin both are talking and sharing views. Hi, Lucy. Good morning. I'm really into the word joining. It just have a real understanding, and that's what we're doing. We're joining. I just love that so much. For somebody who's always felt so separate from everybody else, the awesome knowing that we are joining. I don't know, it's just so beautiful to me. All right, we should go check on Jack and find a hairbrush. This is going to be an issue this morning, I can tell. What do we think we did with it? We don't know. Stitch says, well, I'm going to try to go to sleep. I will be back if I can't sleep. Okay, sweetie. Sweet dreams to you, my friend. Praveen says, I'm different and learning now from you all how to become more spiritual and get closer to God. I think that's lovely, Praveen. Somebody feels very light. You go ahead and eat. Oh, that was a good burp. That was good. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. How are you, Lucy? Oh, my gosh. Here's your song. My YouTube studio is not updating. Oh, well, I guess it'd just be a big surprise. Good morning, Magnetic North. Lee's fantastic. Still healing, but I will be okay. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm good, Lucy. Like I said, I woke up thinking I wasn't going to like where I was going today, and I had a pleasant surprise. I get to stay close to home, which you know is important to me since I have to get home to get Jack out, especially if he decides to come eat. Are you guys come eat? Look, you know I spent all that time on that for you. You're rotten. Are you thinking about it? All right, I'm gonna sit down and see if that helps. Get my remote. Pew, pew, pew. Lisa's glad you're on the mend, Lucy. Speaking of on the mend, how are you doing? Hello, Keith. Keith says, good evening, Cat. Good morning. As your healing and peace grows with every healing breath. Well, thank you so much. You're doing okay, Lee? Yourself be okay. Hey, you know, that's possible. You just pack a bag and sorted food for the journey. How exciting. Good boy, Jack. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. everything's fine. You've never been looking forward to this place, never been looking forward to a place. So looking forward to it. And it's still very stormy here. When do you leave? What's today? Today's the 4th, and your birthday is on Monday. Well, happy birthday in advance. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Praveen says, Auntie, you know me and Samin decided something and told the same to Yogi Sir on his live. Yogi Sir was again so happy to hear that. Yes, I did catch that. It's very generous of you too. Hi. I know that's something he would love to do. Maybe the Holy Spirit will open it up for him if that's what he's meant to do. We shall see. Whew. Good job, Jack. You go Sunday, 1 p.m. your time. Cool. Now it's up to Yogi Sir when he wants to come to India. Yep. Lucy says, send unicorns, hearts, and rainbows to the 4th power. Praveen says, whenever I come to Tennessee, I will do 2 things, kayak and play with Jack. I would love that, and Jack would love that. (1 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time, and 6 p.m. me time. What zone is that considered? Yes, that's it. Yes, noon would be Central Standard Time. Yeah, Mountain Time. Johnny's time, right? Yo, we need a hairbrush. What do you think, Jack? Hmm? My day wasn't bad. It was just, for some reason, I was just super tired. I did stay up the night before, kind of like cleaning up and getting stuff done. So maybe I shouldn't wait till the last minute to do stuff. Maybe I should get everything done on Tuesday and Wednesday and then just totally rest on Thursday. Prep work is always a bonus, yeah. I see a few places where I could improve my my effort in feeling less tired. Like my diet. I hate saying that, but my diet could definitely use some improving. I'm working on it slowly but surely. Hi, Bubba. Look at us. We're going to be almost ready on time today. He says, I don't worry about it. The one thing I enjoy. Yes, I get that. I totally get that. I think for a long time that was where I did find my only joy was in eating junk food, especially. But I'm starting to feel that, Lee. Like I could be feeling better every day, and I could use that help right now. I'm just taking better care of myself through my diet. So. How much is left, Auntie, on watch hours? I don't know. Let me look. I'm at 2846. You don't remember what I was at yesterday. Getting closer. So I need 154 more hours. I don't know what I have built up. It does say it holds hours for 5 days, right? As of September 29th, which was Monday. Praveen says, okay, noted, Auntie. I thank you for your help, Praveen. Lee says foods have been chemicals in most cases. I'll be like Henry VIII, enjoy food till I can't. How are you feeling about that? Are you good? Oh, he ate that whole thing. Wow, I did not expect that. Lee says, you know, hours are counted from last year. All hours now are on next year's count. Yeah, I understand it's 365 days, but I don't believe it's a January to December 365 days. So I understand that anything I put out and got hours on over a year ago, I lose every day. But I wasn't really putting anything out then. Just a few things here and there. I was just kind of playing around. Oh my gosh, look at that bed, Jack. Oh, so gross. You're so gross. I really don't know anything. I guess we'll see in 100 and something hours. Sir, that is not for you. But thank you for reminding me to look for my brush. I'm waiting to see if you tell me differently. I would be heartbroken. I'm just following what they tell me on studio. What was that? Ah. No, just the previous year. Many told me same year. One was nil. Year 2 glitch didn't count 9 months. Then picked up when repaired glitches hadn't been there. If the glitches hadn't been there, I'd be near 5,000 hours now. I know nothing. Except for Jack is happy now. He is fully satiated. Is that it, buddy? You feel better now? There we go. I'm gonna wash your face. What's up, Doc? Do you want your goat? Would you like your goat? I got your goat. Don't let anybody get your goat, buddy. Here you go. Here. There you go. Lee says many in Europe had glitches, a few in the USA too. Hours are good, but I'm here for the memories and friendships. I certainly am not trying for more. I don't think it's bad if you do, of course, because I do have other plans. I do have goals. I think it's admirable that you're just keeping it for the memories. But I do have some plans. I'd like to use it as a way to gain a little freedom. I don't care for the money as the money root of evil. I guess it's depend on how you see it for sure. I think it makes it easier to be less sensitive to others if you have a lot of money. And that's just from my own experience growing up in, for part of my childhood, we were middle class to upper middle class for a while. It all went downhill when we went to Florida, but I did see my parents and some of the attitudes they got because they had money. So I had to watch myself because I grew up with that. That's kind of a, when I fall back on memories from the past, I just got to watch that. Because we certainly are not rich now. No, we're not, but we're happy. Yep, I do think it's sometimes easier for me to be happy when I don't. When I have to focus on the things that are right here. Huh. How are you? Are you doing good? All right, he's done with me. Chinky Food Garlic, hello. Host done back. Okay. He says, I have no money, but I'm happy. Money makes unhappy. I had it when I was young. Oh, we do have that in common then. All right. That's so interesting. I feel like, Lee, I had a lot of judgments against my parents because um, they didn't even have money, like money. They just were able to do a lot of things others weren't. And they just had a real better than everybody else attitude. And I really disliked that. I mean, it was obnoxious. It was almost like you could be in a sitcom if you sat in the back seat of my mom's car and listened to my mom and dad talking. It was just, I was like, wow. So I always said, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. And I think I shut myself off to my own natural abundance by having uh, that memory growing up with that. So I let it all go. Okay. So abundance, I'm open. Here I am. Okay. Chinky Food Garlic. I see host video commented. If you left a comment, I will definitely get back to you, my friend. I have to say, there's something wrong with YouTube lately because somebody told me they left a comment and they subbed and it never came through for me. And right now I can't get on YouTube Studio. I can get on it, but it's not updating on my computer. Good morning, Richard. How are you? Good to see you, Richard. Lee says my parents were antique dealers, as I was, until you were 17. Richard says, "Oh, that's cool, Lee. Now I know why you like old things and mudlarking too." Yeah. Lee says, "Yes, I know what you mean. I grew up in an area where many relied on secondhand, and I had it too, but I was bullied often as I had things." Yeah, it's interesting. But I have been almost completely the opposite of my mom as far as money goes. Not completely, but almost. Lisa's no myth. That's a love of history and cleaning the planet. Bet you didn't know I was an archaeologist for a while. It would not surprise me. No, I did not know, but it definitely doesn't surprise me. How are you, Richard, and how was your day of rest? I don't think I saw you yesterday, right? Or was it yesterday that you took off? I'm all confused now. Richard says, "Yes, Lee, I know you love to clean up the environment, but you also recover some history at the same time." Lee says, "Cat, I've been in rags and nothing from bins. I'm not ashamed. It got me through. I didn't quite do that, but I would go to church on Sundays to get fed, and I would fish to eat. um, but I think I did that to myself. Wow, really interesting. But I've been there. Not quite as same but different. How's that?" But I feel like I've been taken care of. Like with clothes, I haven't had to buy clothes really in a long time because I just get these opportunities for other people's clothes that they don't fit, or I don't know what the situation is, but stuff like that happens all the time. Oh, Richard says, "I'm okay as can be for now. I'm trying to stay positive and be happy in myself." Hi, Carl. How are you? Lee says, "We didn't have services here for that. That's a more recent thing." Yeah, and it's been in the past since well, I was on government assistance for a few years when the girls were born. And then yeah, that was around the 2000s. Nope, 90s. But the 2000s is when I hit a period where I had to really rely on others. Lisa's Mitt, "Hope all works out for you." I don't know if I remember what's going on with you, Richard. It's none of my business, but I do wish you well, my friend. Carl says, "There are plenty of jobs in Ireland." Really? What kind of jobs? You okay, Jack? Huh? You're so funny. Richard says, "Thanks, Lee. It will." Carl, what are you up to today, my friend? Kat, how are you today? Did you have a good day at work? Yes, I did have a good day at work. It was just a long day. It felt very long, kind of, sort of. Lee says, yes, I know it well meant. Things change sometimes for the best, even if we don't know it. So, are you singing tonight, Richard? Are you going to sing some blues song for us? Oh, what is that song? What is that song? I almost have to Google it. I do have to Google it. I would love to hear you sing. I'm not sure. I've not got any songs ready or in mind yet. Well, I'm counting on you to keep me awake tonight, sir. Sing a song that's how you're feeling right now. Or sing a happy song to make yourself get happy. Oh, Carl says, I'm singing the praises of my managing moderators after yesterday. What happened yesterday, Carl? Did you go live stream? Lee says, man, I have no idea what it is, but remember, you have come a long way this last few years. Embrace chance. It happens for a reason. Or is it supposed to be change? Embrace change or chances. Things happening. All right, Kat. You're just trying too hard now. Reggie says, yes, Lee, you're right. I just got to keep my head up high. Yes, it was change. Sorry about that, Lee. Lee says, big changes coming again. Did you have a moderators meeting? Carl, you're always talking about these changes. I need to know. Lee says, always meant, never lower your head as you have to be proud of where you are in life. You have reason to be proud, for sure. Oh, that's interesting. Kat, you figured it out. I love you, Richard. Lee says, I'm going to clean river debris tomorrow as high waters will kick stuff out. Hi. I bet I know where you're going. To your corner. Assume your corner, sir. Let's get this all the way over. Here we go. Richard said, yeah, we had some miserable weather yesterday and today, Lee. And the storms will have brought in high tides, so you will never know what is lurking in the waters. Carl says it's very windy where he's at this morning. Lee says, I checked the tide time. Sadly, no beach, as tide's high when there or coming in. Only low tide after dark. Ah, man. Windy. It is here. It's also windy where Richard is, and it's been all night. And Lee says to Carl, Carl, is it raining too? Carl says the UK is getting Storm Amy today. Oh, is that the name of the storms? I don't pay attention to this stuff. I should because my kids are in Florida. I didn't know the storm was named. I truly know nothing. Except for my house is noisy. Lee says 26-mile-per-hour winds and rain the last 24 hours here, but it's sunny now. Oh, nice. I love when the sun finally comes out after a storm. I think it's named after the person who found it. Okay. Lee says we got 80% rain today and high winds. Well, I think we are high and dry today. 80, 79, 80. It's 54 now. We get rain on my days off, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then partly cloudy on my other day off. That's so funny. Whatever, man. So does that mean you're not getting rain, Carl? He was asking if you have rain. Oh, is he wrong about the name? Do tell, Carl. Lee says the area I'm going is known as Shipwreck Bay, as over 300 shipwrecks in that area. Wow. Lee says, why am I wrong, Carl? Explain. Richard says, I always wondered where they came up with the names of storms, especially when they tell you at the beginning of the year, but there's going to be a storm. Eileen, Katrina, or Beth. Yes. Yeah, that's something interesting. I never even thought about it. I feel like they used to tell us. I've been told before and have just forgotten. Richard says, oh, no, Lee says, I was told it was from a person detecting patterns, but maybe I'm wrong. I know nothing. All we can do is wait for Carl to enlighten us. Well, that's some crap makeup. Richard says I just Googled it and it's drawn from a short list of suggestions from the public of that answers the question. Lee says it's not that important. Weather will happen even if it has no name. That's true. Carl says, wow. Carl says it's the Irish Met Service, Dutch weather, and the non-EU country who has an alphabetical list of names. It's cool you know that, Carl. I don't think this is any good. Now I think I have to wash it. Richard says being a storm chaser must be fun. I guess if you like that sort of thing. Lee says, I think it's random. If there's a storm, Cat, I'll throw a party. Kind of like a hurricane party. In Florida, they had hurricane parties, which they always tell you not to do. Be safe. What else are you going to do while you're waiting for a hurricane? Look, I can see it. for Jack. Richard says we had Lee already a few years back. And Carl says, I know a girl who works for the weather service. Oh, that's interesting. You know so many people, Carl. Lee says, yes, you know when go to yard and throw leaves around like a storm. Ah. Cat&Jack's doing that rare non-curled up pose. Yeah. A little more stretched out. Lucy says, hello, Carl. There we are, finally. Oh no. Finally, we are up to date. Richard says, I'm my own weatherman. I wake up, look out my window, and look as far into the distance as possible. I can tell if there is a storm on the horizon or not, if it will or will not rain, or sunny all day. Interesting. And Richard says, how is your back feeling today, Lee? Any better now that you rested up? And Lee says, Lee is singing Weatherman song to Mint. Oh. All right, we are set with our second cup of coffee. Lisa's feeling much better. Thanks, Mint. It's tomorrow. I gotta watch as 7 hours on the bus. Oh, yeah. Richard said, Cat, name a song for Yogi for me to sing. Okay, give me a minute. Richard says, 7 hours on the bus tomorrow. Is that when you're going to meet up with Lilu? And how much was the bus ticket? I feel you. That's one of the reasons I don't like driving to Florida. Is just sitting for so long. It's like I pay for it the next day, for sure. Yeah, Richard says I couldn't stay still for 7 hours in one seat. Lee says, I see bins getting blown over, so I'm going to change the plan from staying to going to do a bit of litter picking rescue. Have a great day all. Okay. Be careful, friend. Take care of yourself. I love you. and have some fun. Carl says there's a channel disappearing off YouTube today. What channel is that? Lee says the ticket price is not important. It wasn't just the ticket, it was the hotel too. Well, I'm glad you have this opportunity to celebrate your birthday. You deserve it. And Richard says, you too, Lee. Enjoy your day and thank you for your kind service. You're awesome. Absolutely. Lee says, I've got to be careful as chances are trees may snap. Well, keep your head up. Richard says, yeah, that's true, Lee. It's paying for hotels too and food too. Lee says, I'll be walking on the bus. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Awesome. That'll be helpful. Good morning, Squirrel Sniper. Richard said I need a smoke break every 1.5 hours. Lee says, it's the holiday I never got this year due to changes. You know about Cat. Yes. There is a toilet being a coach, so walk to it and back. Okay. Squirrel Sniper says, haircut day, big day. How serious of a haircut are you getting? Are you just getting a trim or are you getting a for real cut? Richard says, I just hope you have a good time, Lee, and hopefully you have good luck in finding a suitable place to move to. Right. Yep. Carl says there are no toilets on Irish buses. Oh, you're doing extreme haircut. Wow. I am excited. Lee says I cut 95% of my hair yesterday. Really? Wow. Richard says I need to chop my mop too. Y'all are funny. Squirrel Sniper says every 7 years I have an extreme cut. It saves me a trip to Tibet. Okay. Ooh. Y'all talking about haircuts. I'm just trying to brush my hair with my fingers. I don't want to go out to my car. I bet you I left my brush out there. Darn it. Lee says military style. If I had a shaver, it would be all gone. Lee had said about a place to move to. Sadly meant that won't be soon. I can't pay the fees. I'm sorry to hear that, Lee. I know you were hoping to move to this side of the year. Carl says I'll never move. And Richard says I couldn't imagine you with a bald head, Lee. Me either. Lee says, Mint, you clearly not seen the older photos. Lee says, no, Mint, I'd need $1,500 to move. That takes a lot to save. Richard says, yeah, it'll take at least 6 months or more to save with a lot of cutbacks. Yes, take, not keep. I got you. Why would you be jealous, Carl? There's no reason for that, my friend. Do you want to move? Are you jealous of people moving? Or haircuts? Because you just had a fabulous haircut. Lee says, yes, this last long distant trip, and if I don't move by April, then USA trip will be canceled next year. And Lee says, you don't have to be jealous of me, Carl. I'm not Brad Pitt or Morgan Freeman. Oh, we're thinking of a song for Richard. Carl says, I'm starting a protesting to keep people to. Oh, you're protesting people moving. Lee says, the little teapot. Carl says, Dumbo. Huh? I got so lost somewhere along the line. Where do you think your hairbrush is at? Lee says, well, I'll certainly move. I'm not staying here. Live happy on coast, go fishing, and make things from stuff out of the ocean. That does sound lovely. Have you looked, do they have places that, or like places you could go to look for people who are looking for roommates? Or is that out? Or not a thing? Lee says, I'm off to the rubbish. It won't pick itself up later, y'all. Lee says, there are websites, but ideally I want my own place as guests coming over, so I wouldn't want to breach tenant rules. I see. Maybe just to get yourself there, though. Anyways, I love you, and have fun, and be careful. And Richard also says, take care, Lee, and be safe out there. And there's Lucy with her unicorns, heartbows, unicorns, rainbows, and hearts. Lisa's cat, no lived with people before. Apparently it was not good. You're not putting yourself through that again. I understand. It's tough. I would have a tough time also. Squirrel Sniper says, I speak from the stomach and have a friend to tell my story. What am I? Richard says, I don't blame you, Lee. Oh, they had needles all over. So I live alone. Ah, Richard says, a gut feeling. Lee says, hunger. I think the gut feeling was really good. Oh, nope, ×2. What? Says something like my tummy is talking to me. Yesterday's curry or gas. Speak from the stomach and have a friend to tell my story. Speak from the stomach. Oh, poo. Squirrel Sniper says nope. Nope and nope. Sound like my dad when I wanted to go out on a date. Nope, nope, and nope. Who says, Cat and all, have a great day. You too, friend. We love you and thank you for coming in. I love you, Lee. Okay, is there something that talks from its stomach? No. Lee says, I know that cat. Same goes. Okay, good. I just wanted to have you hear it out loud. Squirrel Sniper says, take care, Lee. Um, Intuition. Hmm. Where's William and Praveen when you need them? Richard is saying intestines or lungs. Butterflies. Parasites. Nope and no. Oh my goodness. Better. And get choked up on my own laughing. Jack, do you have any guesses? I speak of the stomach. Seems like I should know about my tummy talking. Not a parasite, nope. It's Latin today. Well, come on. This is too hard. I'm getting all choked up over it too. Okay, allergy pill. Definitely. Latin for stomach is the giveaway. Well, I would Google that. And since I'm being honorable, I will never get it. This girl right here, she went to a lot of grades, through a lot of grades, but she didn't graduate past 6th. I floated around. I made it to 10th, quit completely, and Got my GED. So Latin root words. Praveen, William. Funny. Stomagus. I Googled it too. I didn't Google it though. I want to. Here's your song. That was the answer I got. Stomagus. I speak from the stomach. I have a friend to tell my story. Is that loquer? Loquer meaning to speak. I didn't teach that in 6th grade. Jack. We might as well just change it, huh? It's hopeless. Am I keeping you up? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, friend. See, there's your hairbrush. I'm not coming after you, sir. I'm just cleaning it back to you. Here you go. All right, I give up. That's as good as it's getting by me today. Skull Knife Snipper says, Minty, typically you grabbed the first of 3 answers and the wrong one. Ventriculus. And venter means stomach, so add the 2 together. So venter loquer, I still don't get it. I'm feeling very, very inadequate right now. Oh, oh, oh. Ventriculus venter. He says, oh, ventriculus venter. Does that, okay, if you say, oh, like you got it. Did you understand it? It does not compute. I'm glad you got it. Good morning, a ventriloquist. Oh. Shanti gets it, kinda. Nope. I should hang this up since it's not dirty. I'm Jacqueline. Are you comfy? Are you comfy, cozy, friend? How are you, Maddie? Are you on break or are you off today? Richard says it's too early for my brain to function. That frazzled it. I only been awake for 48 minutes. Well, he does get us into the brain moving. It may not be moving fast enough, but he does force us to actually think. So thank you for that, Squirrel Sniper. Lucy says, hello, Maddie. I'm supposed to be getting the little sticker for the tag for my car, and it has not shown up, and I am now driving around with an obviously expired tag. It's not obvious. I mean, it looks expired, but if they call it in, it's been paid for. It's just not arrived on my doorstep yet. But we'll check our mail just in case. Just in case. No, 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 no. As I suspected, all bills. Richard says I need to top pop the kettle on. Make a coffee and have my wake and bake to start my day off. Well, you've been up for 48 minutes. What are you doing, slacker? It definitely wouldn't be in here. Just throw stuff out, Cat. Garbage, garbage. I think I can throw this stuff out. Richard says trying to stay warm because I left my window open and it's freezing in my room because you had those storms last night. Wow. Oopsie. Good Lord. Where can we hide these? Well, there it is. Oh, Richards has had constant rain here. You're laughing at everybody in Cat's tent. Well, we're having a good time. You should come and join us. You might be missing out, Carl. Is that why you're jealous? Because everybody's having a good time in the tent? I could see that. But you're invited. You're always invited into my tent, Carl. Unless we were in the olden days, and I would not invite you into my tent. Okay, so. No, Richard says, I'm not jealous. I'm disappointed. I can't come join. Okay, this is our trash for the day. Squirrel Sniper says the key with driving is never do 2 illegal things that will draw attention, like driving fast and loud music or no seatbelt. Yeah, I'm a pretty safe driver. I do find myself running a red light at a certain intersection a lot. It's a tricky light and a stupid speed. So thank you. I will be mindful of that today, Squirrel Sniper. Just one at a time and you pass. I think I've been in this area since COVID. So it's been 5 years. I'm sure the cops kind of know my car by now. They have to. It's that girl who's driving 25 in a 55. No, not really that bad, but I do have a lot of people pass me because I'm just like, what's the rush? I'm getting paid to drive. And it's not a real long drive, so what's the rush? And I think I actually get paid more by driving than I do actually physically working. I should be using public transport only. That would be hard to work for Pepsi and use public transport. You have to have a car. Even if you work at Coke around here, you have to have a car. We're just more rural than you, Carl. That's right. Public transport isn't always reliable. I remembered in Florida, we'd skip school and ride the bus to the mall. And the mall was maybe 30 minutes away, but it was a 3-hour ordeal. But what did we care? We were skipping school and having a good time. I know that is ideal though, Carl. You're right. Richard says we get a lot of tram and train canceled bus strikes. It messes your day up. I bet. I didn't even think about that, Richard. Maddie says, I never use public transport. It's unreliable and I suffer anxiety. Yeah, that would make it worse. Richard says, then you get delays and road works that can slow down travel time. It's on your right. Oh, it's gone now. Richard says, me too, Maddie. Only trains for long distances. Richard says, I usually walk, skate, or cycle most places, or get a lift. Maddie says, I just drive everywhere. That is the way it is around here, too. did this come from? We don't really know. But we'll keep it. All right. Selma may have been the first to chat, but she wasn't the first to like. So there. This girl never does public transport either. Oscar Super says public transport should be free to everyone. I refuse to fund the government and corporations. And Richard says that's in 7 minutes. Yes, it is. Yep, I got you. Jack knows it's in 7 minutes too. Look at him getting up. He's getting excited. He has mom all to himself again for a little while. Carl says, goodbye, everyone. Thinking of going live. Well, Carl, I won't be catching you this morning because I'll be getting ready to go out the door. But I love you and good luck with that. I hope you have a good live. Maddie says, bye, Carl. Richard says, I hate giving the government more money than I have to. I'm fed up with funding their second homes and parties. And Richard says, take care, Carl. And we love you, Carl. I love you, Carl. How are we? Are we good? Yeah. Give you some wings. You'll be like Dumbo. You'll be able to fly. Oh, you ruined it. You ruined it. Sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. I love him. I love him. There you go. You're good, sweet boy. Okay, let's do the wings again. Nope. Let me do the wings. Let me do it. You're sweet. Carl says you'll all be in Yogi's live. Isn't that why you said you might go live, Carl? Scroll Sniper says the Baron David Ward affidavit, Maddie. That's the key to unlock this mess. And Richard says, maybe Carl, I've not been in a few days. And Squirrel Sniper says, it shows we have no obligation. I wonder if you're talking about something I thought about. There's a woman, they did a documentary on her, and she tells how she doesn't pay taxes and how she gets away with it, like legally. It's like a loophole. I'm not brave enough to do that, but it's interesting. It works for Americans too. I wonder if this is the same thing. Look at me pointing and talking. Squirrel Sniper says, 4 years, Cat, I've not paid council tax. I guess you would have to be self-employed to be able to do that, other than your yearly taxes if you pay. I always get a little return. Little return. A mortgage payment. Richards is included in the rent. See, they get you. Squirrel Snipper says, otherwise I'm compliant with fraud with funding a terrorist group. Those are some strong words. Perfect timing. I agree. Our tax fund goes to fund wars. Richard says, yes, it does, and we don't have a say in the matter. Squirrel Sniper says, I opt out with an affidavit. Okay, interesting. Squirrel Sniper says, I've tried various ways, Postmaster General and Sovereign Citizen. Squirrel Sniper says, both are halfway, but not all the way. Lucy says, see you at Yogi Eric's. Yes, we will see you there, friend. 5 a.m. Wasn't that perfect? That song ended right on time. All right, guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you guys for being here, hanging out with me. Thank you for any lurkers there. Just adding your wonderful energy. Jack says he loves you. I love you, Richard. I love you, Lucy. I love you, Sniper. Bye, guys.